fellas. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is where you are. Today is, what is today? Today is Sunday, August 23rd, 2026. And I can see that System T201X is all, he has been in the chat room. He has been sending a message. He's been waiting for a while. My biggest fan, by far the most, I guess, the biggest fan out there. System T201X. Nobody does it like he does. But today, it's finally, today is a bit of a sad, excuse me, it's a bit of a sad, it's going to be a bit of a solemn, sad stream today. Let me send the link out to a few people, and then we'll get right into it. We'll start talking about why today it's more of a sad stream today. We'll talk about what it is, what we have lost, who we have lost, and how we are going to move on without them. But first, let me send the link out. I'm going to send the link to Henna, all right, because I was talking to her earlier, and now I'm going to send it to her. I'm going to go ahead and send the link to this person. Wait. So, that person who's ignoring me. Let's see. Who else am I going to send it to? Oh, welcome. Welcome to you who has come to the internet. I'm going to send it to my friend Stefan is who I'm sending the link to. Anybody else that I want to send the link to? No, and no. All right, let me switch over to text messages. I'm going to switch over. So I basically go app by app. I start at WhatsApp, then I go to text messages, and then I'll go to Instagram. So let me. The messages are taking. Okay, there we go. We finally got those loaded. I'm going to send the link to Lisa, even though she's a bizarre person. I'm going to go ahead and send the link to my friend Robbie. Wake up, because it's still early in the United States. I think it's 8 a.m. now in the United States. But I'll send it. And I'm going to send the link to my friends David and Justin. Wake up, you bitches, is what I'm saying to them. Anybody else that I'm going to send it to? No. Okay, perfect. We've covered everybody. Now, finally, last but not least, I'm going to go over to Instagram, and I'm going to send the link to a few people on Instagram. I will send it to my friend. I've already sent it to Lisa. I'm going to send it to that person. I'm going to send it to the group chat. Welcome. And then, of course, the last person I'm going to send it to is the one, the only Razman, the Singleton man. I don't know where he is. Haven't seen him in the chat room in a long time, but I'm going to assume he's here. Okay, there we go. I think we've sent it to everybody. Matthew is here. Henna is here. Your mic is terrible. Wrong input. Well, I only have one input. Let me make sure. Yeah, unfortunately, I only have one input. But yeah, hopefully, can you at least hear what I'm saying? Can you make out what I'm you can make out amongst yourselves. You guys can do that as you see fit. But can you at least can you understand what I'm saying? Do have background music playing? Let me turn that off just for the sake of it. Okay, so hopefully everything. Let me see if I can do anything. Let me look. A cheap wireless headset with. Oh my God! All right, give me a second, Matthew. God, you people. All right, give me a second. All right, okay. I have my wireless microphone that I use for doing my travel videos, and I'm going to see if I can get this to work. It's been a while. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I'm going to turn it on. Hello. Okay, it might have a dead battery. It has been okay, there it goes. It's doing something. Let me see. I don't remember how to turn it on, honestly. Okay, it's blinking red. Surely that's a good sign, right? Now I got to go and I have to, let me see, microphone. All right, that's not going to work. It's not going to, oh, wait, this might work. Wait a minute. Wait, that's not it, is it? That's not it. Is this it? No, that's not it. That's not right. Okay, well, did it change better now. You switched, well, wait, what? Well, I didn't do anything. Okay. I'll figure that microphone out at a different time, but it does, as long as Matthew can hear me, well enough, then that's good. Did it change the other? I mean, maybe there's, as far as I know, there's one input on this microphone. I'm sorry, one input in my setup, and that's on the Mac. Like, so I don't know, but I have some. But let's get to the point. I have some bad news today. I have some really bad news. I hate to be the one to bring this to you. I don't like being the bearer of bad news, but if you have seen the icon for today's stream, I did change it a little while ago. But it is true. It is true. I got confirmation that we've lost a great one, boys. We've lost a great one. We've lost a great one. NotSure is no longer with us. NotSure has passed on. NotSure has gone to other pastures. NotSure, as I said, he is no longer among us. He has left us. He has abandoned us and has decided that he is going to go to other ventures, I guess. I don't know. No, but in all seriousness, I did want to talk about this because, first of all, this is not the first time he's left. That he's very dramatic. Well, not dramatically. I shouldn't say that. I do want to be fair, but this isn't the first time that he's deleted his Discord user, or maybe he just blocked me. I'm not sure about that, but this isn't the first time that he's left the server, and then is also blocked me out of his life. And this is because of this project, because from the very beginning, when I talked about this project and what I had envisioned for it, and now look, I'm not self-aware, right? I am self-aware. I realize I will have not a tendency, it's a common pattern where I will start a project and never finish it, right? In some projects, I start the make file, and that's as far as I get. Some projects I only finish 2%. Some projects, if I'm lucky, I'll finish 60, 70% of it. But it's rare for me to actually finish a project. So I am self-aware of that to an extent. But this project, for whatever, I'm still hammering away at it. I'm still working at it. But I'm pretty sure he is upset that I didn't want to use his vibe-coded solution or his vibe-coded version of his vibe-coded version of a tangential project, right? It kind of does what I was talking about, but not exactly how. And so anyway, yesterday I was streaming. And it was very early in the morning here in Cape Town, which meant it was late at night in Washington, D.C. I am 6 hours ahead of the East Coast. And so I was streaming at 6 a.m., which means it was midnight. It's for him. And I didn't feel like talking, right? Because when I talk on these streams, I tend to be very animated, and I do this a lot, like a magician. Ooh, right? So I was doing basically a what's the word I'm looking for? Not mute, but I was doing a talkless stream. I wasn't talking. Instead, what I was doing is I had a window open where I was just typing things in there occasionally when I wanted to type, hey guys, hey guys, this is a no talk stream, right? So anyway, so he came into the chat room, and I was having problems where the system prompt in the project wasn't working. And he asked and he's like, do you want to use mine? And I said, no. And the reason I said no is because I think what the issue here is how can I put? I'm trying to put this. It's and I think Matthew, if Matthew's still here, I think Matthew is probably going to be the one that understands this the most. Where the reason I didn't want to use his system prompt is because it wouldn't work for me. That's not to say it wouldn't work, but it wouldn't work for me, right? And this is what I explained in Discord, where I could take his system prompt, put it into my project, and then modify it and tweak it in order to get it to work. I could do, that's option A, right? Like option A, option A would be take a, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Take a system prompt that I've never seen before from a project I've never seen before. System T201X, stop spamming. Please stop spamming or I will mute you. Please. I'm asking nicely. Please stop spamming the chat room. Okay. So I could take a system prompt that I've never, you don't have to delete everything. Oh, Matthew deleted it. Okay. Thanks, Matthew. Just system, just chill. So I could take a system prompt from a project I've never seen before. Let me make sure that word wrap is on. And then I could take this, so I could take his system prompt that I've never seen before from a project that I've only seen a little bit. I've never seen the code, right? I've never looked at it, from a project I've never seen before. And then I could spend time tweaking it, modifying it, and testing it in order to get it to work. That's option A, get it to work. Or option B was the same kind of, this part was the same. Spend time, I could take my system prompt, of which I am familiar with, and I could spend time. So I like, okay, and then also take time. So I would have to, not only that I've never seen before, and then I could, there's a big part here, spend time familiarizing myself with it so that I could then spend time tweaking, so I could take his file that I've never seen before, don't know anything about, and spend time and like have to absorb it and then understand it and learn it, which takes time, and then familiarize myself with it in order to modify it. Or I could take the one I have been working on. This is what I tried explaining to him. But like, I think he took it as a personal insult that I didn't want to actually, oh, this is option B. I didn't want to, he took it as a personal insult that I didn't want to do option A. And then also, like, I guess it was last week, or maybe it was earlier last week, or on Sunday, so it's a new week. But like, I kept telling him to chill because like he's doing all this stuff. He's like, and like at one point, like he's like vibe coding like this entire system, and I'm just like, chill, like chill, I think he wanted. I think he would say that he wanted to do a project together. He did say that at some point, either in Discord or on YouTube, that he wanted to do a project together. But it's like, we weren't doing it together. He's just vibe coding this thing. And then he puts it in GitHub. And then he literally says in one chat, we should spend time learning how it works. Like, why? No, that's not what I want to do. What are you? No, I want to, first of all, and I explained this in chat too. I said, I want to write it because I enjoy writing code. I enjoy writing programs. I find it fun. I find it therapeutic. I find it relaxing. I don't want to go spend hours and hours and hours just reading source code of a vibe coded project that nobody knows how it works. And like, I don't think he understood that. Like, it's just like, no, I wanted to go through the process of engineering it, not like, if I wanted to vibe code it, then I would vibe code it also. But again, it wasn't a project that we were doing together. He just like took it and just ran with it and then throws it at me and says, here, use this. And it's like, no, I'm not going to use that. Like, it's fucking vibe code. I don't want to spend time. Like, I don't think he understood why I didn't want to spend time because I don't want to. And like, but then also I tell him, like, what you have built, the chat portion is awesome. The chat, and I said this multiple times, the chat portion is awesome. The chat portion is beautiful. We could use that. Like, and I said, make it so that you can send the messages to an endpoint. I said that at one point because what I'm thinking is like what I am building is a service where you send it messages and then it takes the messages and it processes them and it does its thing. And so I'm like, okay, like we can take your chat, we can take the chat portion, but he's just vibe coding like this. He's vibe coding what he thought was the end result that I was trying to get to, which it wasn't. And then he said yesterday, which I thought was a little weird, but whatever, it makes sense, where he said he transcribed my streams and fed that into AI as the prompt. And I'm like, okay, but it's my argument. Like, I was thinking about this before I came on the stream. I was thinking like, I could sit here and be like, I'm going to build a machine that people can sit in, right? And like, it'll get you from point A to point B, and it'll use gas, it can use like a combustible engine, and people can sit in it and it can go really fast. And then I take that, I put that into AI, but maybe, and like I say that in my head, I'm thinking of building like a Corvette, but the AI produces a train. And that's what I tried explaining to him. It's like, maybe I didn't articulate it well, but just because like what the AI took from what I said is just one interpretation of what I wanted to build. So I think like I could tell early on, like one of the reasons I kept telling him to chill is because I knew I'm not going to use whatever he's vibe coding. And it's not an insult to him. It's an insult to vibe code in general, because, and Matthew knows this, that vibe code is mostly shit. It's shit, especially when you start building on it. Like when you tell it to do thing A, and it's like, okay, it does thing A now. Now I want it to do thing B, and I want it to do thing C. And each iteration, it gets shittier and shittier and shittier, because a lot of vibe code, like when you're writing something as a human, you'll intuitively understand that, like, oh, if to do this new thing, I can modify this other stuff and it'll make the code cleaner, and it'll just make it cleaner, easier to maintain, and easier to like debug should there be a problem, easier. So you can go back and you can modify what you've done. Where vibe, like AI will just do what you tell it to do. So it's not necessarily going to build on, well, actually, no. A human will build with what you have built. AI will build on top of it. So they're two different things. And the way AI does it, it will introduce entirely new systems just to build the new thing. And you're like, no, but if I had done it, I would. So like the point is a lot of vibe code, like Matthew says, dude at work got fired for vibe coding. Yeah, because in companies, and we talked about companies are pulling back on vibe coding because they're realizing it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. And don't get me wrong, it is a great tool. And like, that's why what I said was like what he built, what he told AI to build is like, it would be like the chat portion of it. That's great. Take the chat. But I like I said, I think he was insulted that I didn't want to take this AI vibe code project and want to use it. But it's like, he didn't write that. And so as a programmer, I could say, like, if he had written the actual code for it, I could understand being insulted by my reluctance to use it. But he told a computer, like, he didn't do that though. He didn't write it. He vibe coded it. So it's just, and this is why, like, last week before I came here to South Africa, I kept telling him, chill, dude, just chill, because I already knew he was going to take this and run with it and then throw it at me like, here, use this. and that I was going to say, no, I'm not going to use that. And I kept pushing back for the past week. He kept sending me link after link after link. Look at this, look at this. And I looked at some of it, and that's why I said the chat portion was beautiful. The UI portion of it was beautiful. But software engineering is not just about a beautiful UI. That's part of it. Sure, that's actually, it's not even really part of it. That's like a designer's job. But it's like you see the flashy stuff, and it's like, well, look how nice that is. Surely what's under it must be nice. And it's like, no, like you can have bricks made of shit. You can compact this shit down really tightly to make bricks, and then you can build a house out of it. Do you want to live in that house? Do you? Anyway, so he left the disc. Like I didn't even realize it. I realized it this morning when I was sending a message to Matthew and to NotSure, and I went to go type at NotSure, and his name didn't pop up, and I'm like, what? And then I go to, like, because he had sent me a bunch of links like as DMs, and so I went to our DM conversation, and I was like, and I typed a message. Let me see. I'm not going to show it on here on the stream, but what's the message? I said, did you come back? I'm going to send another message, and it said something like, your message could not be delivered. Send a friend request. So basically, he either deleted his name, or because he's done that before, he's deleted his username, or he blocked me. I don't know if you can block people. I assume you can, but I've never. Let me see. I'm going to try blocking Matthew. Let me look. I'm going to look at Matthew. Wait a minute. If I look there, can I block? Yeah. So there is a block function. So maybe he just blocked me. I'm not going to block you, Matthew. Don't worry. I would never block Matthew. Matthew's going to block me eventually, but I would never block Matthew. But so anyway, so he left the Discord, and I'm just like, this is why I kept saying, chill, just chill. Like, because I knew what he was generating, I wasn't going to use. I knew from the beginning. So I said, chill, just chill. No. And then a couple of days ago, I asked him, I'm like, are you spending money on this? And then he just said, why? Which told me he is, because he was generating a lot of code, and a lot, like he was vibe coding like a big thing. And I know that's not free. And I'm just like, and I said something to the extent of, well, I guess as long as you're doing it as a learning experience, that's cool. But the chances of me using what you have done are very low. I said something to that extent. I was transparent from the beginning that, like, I'm not going to use this huge vibe coded project. But then I think there's an honest disconnect by people who vibe code and actual programmers, because the statement of we should look and see how, like, because at one point he says on the stream, we should figure out how it works, meaning we should go read the code. And it's like, no, I'm not going to. Why would I do that? Like, I want to build something. And that's when I even said that, like, even if it takes me like 6 years and you can do it in a minute, I still want to build it. Like, I want to build it because I enjoy building software. So I don't think he got that. Like, I don't know. So he'll probably come back. I hope he comes back. Like I said, he's done this before. He gets mad. I think he's done it twice before, but I think he caught himself the second time. He almost left the second time. Like he left once, and then he went back and listened, and he said, "Oh, I overreacted or something." And then I think there was a second time where he almost left. And so, like, but I fucking knew it. Like when this started and he started pumping out vibe code, that's why I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, all right, Addy, you got to be nice, but you got to reject it, because you're going to reject them. You're going to reject this, but be nice about it. And I was I tried to be transparent from the beginning. I was like, I kept telling him to chill. I said, and like when he said the comment about we should read the code to understand how it works, that's when I just kind of was like, no, I'm not going to use this. Like, no, I just won't. Vibe, like, so I don't want people who vibe code. I think they think they're engineers, that they're doing what a programmer's doing, and they're not. The end result, they're just not. They're just not doing the same thing. So I don't know. Somebody spamming 100. I just saw a bunch of hundreds come out up over the chat room. I don't know what that was about. So he's gone. Hopefully he'll be back. And I put down that he was born in 1947. So that would make him old. It would make him 79 years old, almost 80. Where's my phone? Oh, and then I thought maybe he had blocked me on WhatsApp, but he did. Like, as far as I can tell, he did not block me on WhatsApp, because I sent him a message. I sent him a message saying, you left Discord again. When I realized he had left, I sent him a message on WhatsApp saying, you left Discord again? Question. And then at the beginning of this stream, I sent him a link. So not sure if you're listening, please come back. I was transparent the whole time that like I wasn't going to use the Vibe Code project. That's why I kept telling you, chill. That's why I kept saying, chill. And it's like, if you want to do a project together, don't go running off doing the entire project and then being like, here. That's not a project together. That's not doing something together. That's you running off and doing your own thing and then circling back and being like, hey guys, I did the project. Like no, that's why. And I kept saying, like, we could use the chat portion. Let's use the chat portion. But no, he wanted to do the whole thing. So anyway, but you know what? Maybe the Vibe Code thing, it looked beautiful. He'll probably be able to take it and like get seed funding and, get like probably like $100 million, while I'll still be here trying to get like, a system prompt working. So yeah, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is, boys. I hope everybody is having a great Sunday. Today's Sunday. Anyway, so I've been working on mine. And it's going pretty well, actually. Like, I've got the knowledge units. They're actually being generated like I would expect. There is something I want to implement, which I thought would be kind of cool. I just need to go find it. Let me unshare my screen quickly, so I can bring up the appropriate, why is that not working? So I can bring up the appropriate projects. Oh, it's because they're pinned. That's why. All right, give me a second, boys. Just give me a second. I got to find the project. Okay. So yeah, so I've been learning all about, like, to be honest, in terms of how much AI that I've used, I use it a lot for, entire screen. I use it a lot for like, autocomplete, right? Like fancy autocomplete, or, not even auto, but I use it for more than autocomplete as well. Like, oh, hey, like this function's not doing it. Why? And like, it'll do that. I have not really. So I would say there's two other areas that I haven't really explored. Like, there's the entire, like, generate a huge project like he did. Like, I haven't done that with AI. I kind of have no desire to, because I know it's going to be shit, but whatever. And then there's the side of like actually like using models, like actually using AI models in a project, which I hadn't done either, but I've been doing it with this project, and it's actually been quite interesting, and I've been enjoying it quite a bit. So yeah, so that's what we're going to work on. So basically what's happening is I have this test script, right? What it will do is it will take taking this JSON file. It's actually a JSONal file, and it was feeding it into it. Show you the file, sample message right here. So it's big. It's 120 messages long, and it's all these messages that are wrapped in this JSON structure. And what I want to do. So what was happening is you have at least with this model, you have a token limit. The token limit, it not only includes like I thought that like, well, the token limit would include, well, let me look. If I look up here, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but now I'm thinking maybe I did because input tokens. Like I thought that input tokens and output tokens would be different limits kind of, but apparently it's all the same limit. So here, like this number context here, right? This num context, where it says 16,000. So apparently that is the limit of not just the output, but of the input. So if your input, I'm just going to make up a number. If your input is 10,000 tokens, that means the AI only has 6,384 tokens left with which to generate the output, which I want to make sure that's correct. But looking here, okay, do I understand this correctly? I'm going to ask AI. Do I understand this correctly? Okay, let me see. I have this. Does that mean if my input, which includes the system prompt, by the way, wait a minute, maybe it doesn't. Input is too large. Wait. Does that mean if my input system prompt plus input is 10,000 tokens, that the AI only has 6,384 tokens left for the response? I want to make sure that's actually correct. I think somebody using the auto clicker to have a lot of hearts, but it's not me, says system. I think it might be system T201X. Causing a catastrophe says, hello, I like it big, sir. We all like it big. Okay, so yes, exactly. So system prompt plus input plus chat format overhead equals 10,000. The model has approximately 6,384 tokens left for its response, which I find wild. I guess it makes some kind of sense, but could you show what? Yes, here, just for you, system. Right here. It's right here, okay? It's right here. Here's my iPad. I'll even turn it around so you can see the screen. There it is. All right. I hope you're happy. Are you happy? Tell me you're happy. Tell me in Russian that you're happy, system. I want to know. I want to hear it in Russian. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's bizarre. So with a 10,000 token input, available context, so the num context is shared between input and output. It is not an input only limit. So we really need to think about how we limit the size of the messages we input into the system. And then there was a neat little algorithm which I kind of wanted to implement. Where did it go? Oh man, I probably lost it. It's going to be gone forever probably. It might be in this response. Wait a minute. This is safer. I'm pretty sure it's in this conversation. Although I'm not 100% sure actually. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, so your processing flow could look like this. So this is using a neat little No, anyway, this is using a neat little like recursive structure. The problem here this presents an interesting problem. This actually presents a very interesting problem. Okay, the problem, let's say we have a conversation. All right, I'm going to think about this while I'm on, I was going to say on the phone, while I'm on the stream with you guys, all right? So let's say me, hey, I have a question. I'm just going to I'm going to try and type out like a natural conversation. Hey, I have a question for you. Not sure, because I'm talking to not sure because we already miss him. Okay, but I'm not sure I have an answer. Me. Ha! You said not sure. Not sure, and your name is not sure. That's funny. Not sure. I'm a funny guy. What's your question? Me. What is my question? Okay, system. I realize that you're probably like autistic or something. Please chill. Please chill. Could you chill? Just chill. Okay. I'm a funny guy. What's your question? How many, okay. Oh, wait. How many build nodes does it require to build, I don't know, version 2.4 of the Matthew? Because the Matthew, that's the name of a software system. To build version 2.4 of the Matthew. Let me check. Me. Sure. Take your time. So I'm looking at the CI/CD usually CI/CD pipeline, and it spins up 4 build nodes. Me. Really? Not sure. Yes. But let me see if that's really how many it needs. Me. I remember way back in version 1.8, we only needed 1. Not sure. Okay, I just looked and double checked. We need 4. Me. Thanks. Not sure. You're welcome. Anytime. Okay, so if you look at this algorithm that the AI recommends, so what the AI, basically what this algorithm does is it would send this entire message as is, obviously wrapped in JSON, but it would send the entire message as is to the AI. The AI would come back and it would generate a response, but then the status of the response or the done reason, the reason that it finished, would be length, meaning that it ran out of tokens. It ran out of room in which to put the response, right? So that's what is happening here. It sends the message to the LLM. The LLM comes back. If it says, if the done reason is not equal length, then everything was fine. It returns it, right? It continues on. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, so what happens if it is a problem is it splits the messages in half, and then it sends the left portion off for processing. It sends the right portion off for processing. The issue with that is you would have to make sure, at least I think, you would have to make sure, or you would want to make sure, that the left-hand side is completed before the right-hand side. Now, I guess in fairness, this is, if you think, yeah, actually, okay. what the AI has done is correct, actually. What this code has done is correct, because if process messages is a block, process messages would be, it's going to, okay, it would actually be extract knowledge. Extract knowledge would be a blocking function, meaning that nothing else happens until it comes back. Why did I call the username Linux is the best? Because I love Linux and it's pretty system. You scare me more than Matthew. Like you scare me more than Matthew, dude. Like you're just bizarre. You're very bizarre. Okay. So actually, I think this is probably fine. I'm going to put this, because I'm going to put this in a ticket, because there's other stuff I'm going to move on to. Actually, let me look at this. Huh. GitHub/laws app/Kekbo Enterprise. Really? I thought I could do that by memory. Wait, what was that? I was scabbers. Oh, wait, I was like this. And I saw something hanging off my arm. Oh my god! So, if you were here yesterday, which not a lot of you were, if you were here yesterday, I was concerned. Oh, I'm not signed in. I was concerned that I would have to amputate my left arm, because the tattoo, that like where your skin creases, and those things are hard to. I'm going to unshare my screen. That those portions of your body, they do not heal easily. They heal, of course, but I mean, from a tattoo, they'll heal. Of course, they will, but they take a little bit longer. And yesterday, because I had second skin on this tattoo, and I noticed when I was running yesterday, I noticed that there was like fluid under the second skin. So one sec, let me just sign in. So when I got back here, I took the second skin off, and it was just really like sore and tender and red. And it was just like to the smell, it smelled like it was like, oh my, and I'm like, oh my God, is this thing infected? So I left so I put second skin back. I washed it really good. Luckily, I just happened to buy antibacterial soap, like just by happenstance. And so I washed it really good with the antibacterial soap, and then I put second skin back on it. And then later in the day, it just still wasn't feeling good. So I took the second skin off, and then I put a different type of bandage on it last night before I went to bed. And then I've had the bandage off most of the day, and it feels okay. It's getting better, which I'm happy about. But man, it just, I don't know if you can see it, but it was just like the skin there was just brutalized. And in the creases, it's like these like little cuts. It's almost like, imagine like the creases, like where your skin creases, and imagine somebody like took a razor and just cut like right, just barely under the skin. That's basically what a tattoo is. And oh man, getting that thing to heal, not good. Why do I do this to myself? I don't understand. All right, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to write a ticket. I'm going to put that function in there. I don't know where to do that. Wait, add existing knowledge. Okay. Add code to split the input message text in a smart way. Okay. Here is the code that AI mentioned. All right. Okay. How could I do this? Or what do I want to say? It is such a beautiful day here in Cape Town. It's just fucking gorgeous. Look at this. I mean, look at. I mean, this is just. It's just an incredibly beautiful city. I should be on the porch streaming, but it's too sunny. Okay. Add code to split the input message text in a smart way. How do I want to put this? The input, the length of the input message eats into the overall buffer in which the AI has to work, meaning that the longer your input is, the less room the AI has to generate a response. Hence, it would make sense to chunk the puts in a smart and efficient way. Here, I spelled efficient wrong. How do you spell efficient? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, it's with an I. Okay. Here is the code that AI mentioned. All right. Wait, are you there for work at all or just leisure? Or as you say, leisure? Leisure. Are you there for work or are you there for leisure? I am here for leisure. No, I'm not here for work. I'm here. So it's funny. So I would do a members only stream, like when I wanted to talk about certain private things. And I would often do it like if there were things that like I just was not necessarily keeping from my wife, but that I just didn't want to catch hell from regarding my wife. And I guess like a day or two before I came here, I found out that she actually has a membership. She paid for a membership. And then I'm like, wait, did you use my credit card to pay for a membership? And she's like, no, I used my own card. And I'm like, okay. All right. So my wife is a member, but no, I am here to I'm here to see if there is a path towards reconciliation with the person for whom I moved to Botswana. So I'm here to see if there's I'm here to see if there's a path to reconciliation. She gets here tomorrow. She'll be here tomorrow. I got to go to the airport at like 5 p.m. To pick her up. So yeah, she'll be here tomorrow. Does that answer your question? Okay, let me go take a piss. I'll be back in a minute. I'll be back. All right, boys, I'm back, but let me get some water. And also, I did something. I wanted to do it a little experiment. So I drink a lot of soda. Like I drink a lot of soda, and I have sleep issues. So it doesn't help that I'm drinking caffeine pretty much from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. Right? Like I try to like to me. It's good if I have my last soda at 6 p.m. Right? It's because I'm like, well, I got to get the sleep. So and then the other day, I don't. It's just sometimes there's these obvious things that like I don't think of for whatever reason. Like I just can like what was it the other day? There was something on the stream the other day that I was like, oh no, I told you guys how like I never thought to use AI to help me write Jira tickets. Like I don't know, like it just I never even connected those dots. I don't know why. I just did it. So this was another one of those obvious things where I'm just like, oh my God. So I was like, oh, because I love drinking soda. I like the taste. I like the feel, like especially these things right here. This and these are the best ones, right? So these are the type, these are the Pepsi Zeros that I've only seen here in Africa. They probably have them in Europe. They definitely do not have them in the United States. But they had the bigger cans in the United States. But these little cans, man, oh God, you take a sip and it burns your throat. I like that. I want to have a little bit of pain from drinking my sodas. So, but then I was like, well, these things have a ton of fucking caffeine. So I'm taking in a ton of caffeine. It's no wonder I have trouble falling asleep. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They do make such a thing as a caffeine-free soda. And I was like, oh, sugar, anything is nasty. Well, these are sugar-free. Like, I don't like the sugar sodas. I hate the sugar sodas. These are zero, see right there, zero sugar. But for whatever reason, it just did not occur to me that, oh, there's caffeine-free soda. And so the other day, so I realized this the other day, and when I went to the grocery store earlier this morning, I was looking and I found these. Now, this is the Coca-Cola, same size can. These are pretty good too. They're not as good as the Pepsis, but I did not see a Pepsi Zero caffeine free. I don't even know if such an animal exists, but these definitely exist. So before buying an entire case, I bought two of them. So I think we're going to open this one now and try it. Let's see. This is a live taste test, buddies. Oh yeah. Okay. I only drink sugar and caffeine-free Pepsi. I only drink sugar. Oh, sugar caffeine-free. Okay. Yeah. Is it? Yeah. So it's probably this, but caffeine-free. Like which I mean I guess they exist. Okay. Anyway, let me give it a shot. That's not bad. It doesn't have the same bite. But that could be the difference of Coke and Pepsi as opposed to the Coke with caffeine and the Coke without caffeine. Now, it's not bad. I might have to buy a case of this and I might have to like start drinking nothing but this after like 2:00. We'll see how that goes. No, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, friendos. Okay. So what I had a list of shit that I wanted to. There's like a list of other things I need to work on. Optimize context window. Oh, this is the same thing, I think. So one of the things I want to do is I want to change that num context. All right, so it'd be 16384. And then this would be 4096. Okay, temperature. Okay, we got. And then, okay, so then I have the schema in which it returns and then the thinking. Okay, so I think this one I can pretty much close, but I can also reference it to the issue we just opened. So that's issue number 11. what was that? That was number 6, I think. Number 5. Okay. And then here, closing this, I've increased, God damn it, I can't type. I've increased num context as recommended. I've created a new ticket to address the chunking. See number 11. All right. Okay. So basically what was happening was like I was not getting the knowledge units responses that I was expecting to get. Like I was just like, sometimes I'd get them, sometimes I wouldn't. So I pasted a bunch of code to AI. I just looked and was like, hey, like this is what's happening. And so AI, like it told me like a few things to do. Like, and then since I did the first one, like it's been working great. But I want to kind of like go through these and look at some of the others and see if there's anything else we want to implement. At least there was 10 things I think it said. Okay, reduce batch size, topic overlap. Yeah, so this I think I can close. So this is basically saying, because I was feeding 120 messages into a model that had 800. Oh, that says billion, 800 million parameters. So it's not that big. Oh no, wait, that's right. That is correct. 0.8 billion parameters, which is also 800 million parameters. Out of curiosity, okay, let me see. Like how many parameters does something like ChatGPT have or Gemini? When using Olama, I see things like Quinn, 3.5, 0.8 billion, meaning the model Quinn has 0.8 billion parameters. In this sense, how many parameters does ChatGPT have? Just like 2 trillion, something like that. Okay. Okay, yeah, GPT has 1.8 trillion. Newer ChatGPT's undisclosed. How many params does Gemini have? I managed to install OBS Studio on Ubuntu. All right, cool. All right, so basically these professional models, they have upwards of multiple trillions of parameters. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. So, okay, so we did that. So this isn't really something to like do. I mean, this can be addressed with the chunking that we'll do with number 11. Okay. Okay. Enable structured output schema. Okay, that's probably a good idea. LM broker currently falls back on. Oh, okay. This was yeah, this has been updated. Yeah, a lot of these tickets I just kind of created just like on the fly, like really quickly. I was like, I had a list and I just went through and entered them all. Harmonize tests and service configurations. Meh. Implement response parsing and persistence. Yeah, okay. This is just like, oh, you have more work to do. Put message validation into, okay, that was a ticket I wrote. Okay. All right, so I think we're in a good position, right? Because we're getting, like, I'll show you. Let me, if I go over to test and then I look at, if I go to sample messages 1, I think sample messages 1, basically I only want to send messages from one conversation as opposed to multiple, and I want to send small chunks. If I have a budget of 16,000 tokens, and then I could do tokens. So basically, like a rough estimate of tokens is that a token is 3 to 4 bytes. So if you divide by 3.5 and then round, that should give you a rough estimate of how many tokens you're dealing with. Oh, let me see. Okay. Okay, so I think at this point, since my test script, and I'll show you, I'm going to check the code in, and then the test script basically uses the libraries directly. What I want to do is I want to go switch modes to the service, which isn't even running right now. So we'll have the service running, and then we'll send the service requests. That's the other thing we need to do. I transcend the view count. I'm okay. There's only 2 users in chat. 1 you, the owner of the stream. 2 me. No, I don't count. I'm not viewing the stream. I'm pretty sure that it does not count the host as one of those streamers. And also, I'm streaming on a secret account of which you know nothing about, System T201X, and I currently have Matthew. Oh, I closed that window, but the last time I looked at it, I had over 200 viewers. Matthew's in that room. How many viewers are in that room now, Matthew, in the secret account? Matthew's in there. He moderates it. All right, so we gotta wait a minute. And mind you, I am using the smallest model that I could find. Well, that's not true. Of the first model suggested to use, I'm using the smallest one. 512 users in the secret account right now. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, normally it's around 300 users or so in the on the secret stream, but yeah, sometimes it'll spike up to like 500 or 600. Sometimes it'll drop to like 100. But don't worry about that, System T201X. We'll stay here. We'll stay in this chat room and pay attention to you. Don't worry about it. All right, it's going to take. But one thing I don't understand is like this. Normally, it took like a minute to a minute and a half to run. Now it's taking upwards of like 3.5 minutes to run. I'm not sure what changed there, but. Poofy-haired fancy boy. I wonder what happened to poofy-haired fancy boy. Why did he leave? Is that a friend of yours, System T201X? Or is that an alt? So yeah, tomorrow I am going to get my hair cut and my beard trimmed in the morning. I'm hoping I have time to come back and do a run. But then I do have a job that I need to do tomorrow, so I have to work. And then at some point, what do my meetings look like? Actually, I should block out time so that I don't have meetings. Let me look at my meetings tomorrow. It's all my job is now. It's just meetings and email. Okay. I have a meeting at 3:30 to 4, and then I'm going to block this time out. Let me see. Okay. Okay. All right. And this is another thing. I swear, I'm such an idiot. This is another thing that like I started doing. And I don't know why I didn't think about this. Like when I have shit to do, I block the time out on my calendar. This is such a simple thing. And like I'm used to like when I want to take PTO, I send a calendar invite out, right? I just send an invite to like everybody that I feel is going to need to know that I'm not around, which at this point is a lot of people, but I send it out. That's a humble brag. But I send out a PTO notice. And then it was just like a week or two ago where like I had to go pick my car up, and I knew that I wanted to pick my car up between like 12 and 2. And so I was like, oh, I can just go in, I'll just go into Outlook because I'm scared of a meeting at that time. So I just went into Outlook and I just blocked the time out. I just created an event and just put busy. And now if people try to schedule a meeting with me during that time, well, it shows me it's busy. So, okay, so this is taking 4.5 minutes. It could be taking longer because I'm asking a lot of the computer right now. I'm streaming, I'm talking to System T201X. That I'm looking at the chats in the secret chat room where it's just tons of people. So you know, it's I'm asking a lot of this little computer. It's working hard. Poofy-haired fancy boy, still here. Well, I'm glad to have you here, poofy-haired fancy boy. Sharon Peters wants to know if you will unblock her. Well, here's the thing. NotSure is the one who blocked her. And since NotSure is no longer a part of the community for now, I can't undo his blocking. So I don't know. You're going to have to, I think Matthew has root access to YouTube. So Matthew could probably do it, but you're going to have to ask him. So, you know. System T201X says, I'm going to be live tonight. No, wait. I'm going to be live right now from the Windows 10 computer. That's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. I'm happy. Is it a localized Russian copy of Windows or is it English? Okay, how long has this been running for? We're going on 6 minutes. And it's like, at what point do I wonder if maybe it's stuck? Did I send it the right test file? I did. Huh. You be funny, bro. Thanks, I am Pink Floyd. Are you? Wait, I think he's probably talking to System T201X. That's all right. Or you're talking to poofy-haired fancy boy. Or you're talking to Matthew. But Matthew's busy in the secret chat room right now, so I wouldn't expect a response from Matthew anytime soon. Oh my God, this thing is still running. It did create a fair amount of knowledge units, though. Let's just take a look at a couple of these. Participants agree that users should be able to open the entire conversation or only cited messages. A citation must not bypass channel access rules. Participants agreed to record citation, to record citation opens in the audit, to record citation opens in the audit log. Participants agreed to add an unavailable source state for revoked access. For the proof of concept, the answer review must link back to the source messages. Agreed. Trust is more important than a polished summary view right now. Open the cited message and context with nearby messages visible. I'm live now. I'm live. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you're live, system. We're waiting. I don't care how bogged down this makes my system, but I am going to run. We're going to run. How do you see how much memory is available in the command line on Mac? All right, let's take a look. Top. Yeah, I guess top will do. Let's do memory pressure. I've never heard of memory pressure. Okay. How much memory does this computer even have? I'm not even sure. I thought it had 64, but I think it might only have 32 actually. Yeah, it's got 32 gigs of RAM. Oh. Oh. Pages free. 32. Huh. Interesting. All right, it's still running. It's been 10 minutes and it's still, I think it's because I'm streaming. That's a guess. I really don't know. It's never taken that long before. Honestly, this is the first time it's ever happened. It's never happened to me before. When that happens, the best thing you can do, and this is a pro tip to you, System T201X, and anybody else listening, the best thing you can do is change your name, and never talk. No. The best thing you can do is not make a big deal out of it. Because oftentimes it's not a big deal, right? Like, it happens. They know it happens. They know, like, it's happened to them before, and so just don't make a big deal out of it. And then there's things that you can do to kind of make up for it, right? Like, there's things you can do. So System T201X says, I want to see my live in your live, by the way, bro. I don't know what you mean you want to see my live in your live. Are you live right now? Let's see. Let's look this up. System. Let's look this up. All right. This is gonna be slow. Oh wow, live with Addy. Nice. Okay, well, where's the camera on you? Like, well, I want to see what System T201X looks like. Like where? Like, this isn't fair. You know what? I'm going to subscribe, but then I'm leaving your channel. I'm done. All right, I think I'm also done with the stream for now. I love you, boys. I'll be back at some point. Wish me luck with everything. I'm going to stop streaming because I want to run that program. I want to run that script to make sure everything's still working fine. So wish me luck. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.